Welcome to Laserchat, the chat show from the future. I'm Eric Fell, the host of Laserchat, the chat show from the future. And here we are, and it's September, and I'm wearing plaid, and I feel like this is things are a little more right with the world right now, because nothing's right with the world right now. Of course, when you're watching this in the future, maybe things will have gotten better. But September's hit. I got my plaid, spent the afternoon listening to the Cranberries and cleaning Dr. Martin's boots. And what I did today, which was nice, is I was cleaning my wife Katie's boots. She has Dr. Martin's boots, smaller than mine. I'm a size 13. She's smaller than a size 13. And I'm gonna show you the picture of the boots. Let's add that over here. So as you can see here, the boots, they needed a little tender loving care. They're a few years old. Katie has, see what Katie's done is Katie has made better life choices than I have. So Katie has a career and as a cabinet maker. And as you can see, it's like I said, some tender loving care was needed for these over here. So I'm just going to show you the work that I did today. And here they are. Here's one of them anyway. Look at that. I'd like to think I did a pretty good job on it. Give it a nice wash, nice. Use some Wonder Balsam, which I like to use on there. I used to have this stuff called OK Oil from Dayton Boots, but it went rotten, just like Dayton Boots. Google that later. In the meantime, folks, we have an amazing show for you tonight. Two of my favorite human beings on the planet are here. And what I think we should do is we should just bring them on. You don't need to hear me. What I'm trying to do is just sort of talk like this until more folk show up. Now, I do see here that Chuckles LeClune is here. Chuckles is saying it's the future, and it absolutely is. The future is now, people. Don't waste it. Don't let robots take it over. He says simultaneously, like broadcasting on an Amazon company and a Google company, like the hypocrite he is. But hey, man, even Max Headroom worked for the corporate overlords. All right, let's bring on our guests, folks. Give it up for Ian Boothby and Pia Guerra. Yay!
Hey. Hi. How are you? So we're in the future, just to establish. But you're listening to the Cranberries and fixing Doc Martin boots.
Yeah, I am perpetually in the 90s, as you know. Yeah, it sounds like the 90s. But yeah. Ian, you've known me for about
the 90s.
Over 20 years. So both of you know me for over 20 years. And usually 3 days a week, I got the plaid going on.
Probably, yeah. I used to be a bit of a platter myself.
Oh yeah, I was always about the plaid. That's the PNW. That's what you do.
That would actually be a good name for a Canadian band, like not the Platters, but the Platters.
The Platters, yeah.
They just wear the plaid and do stuff. Yeah. We're Canadian, by the way, as well. Have we established that?
Yes, we've established.
All right, we get the grant money then. Hooray!
I have been billed as a noted plaid enthusiast in the past. I've also. Yeah, and I've also actually used the awful joke "plaid to see you," which really works. Nice. Hi, I'm Eric. Plaid to see you. So, how are things over at Hell Kitty Studios today?
It's raining like crazy today. It's like it's what happens in September. That switch goes off, and you get like all the super dry summer just instantly vanishes, and now it's just pouring down. It's going to be doing this for the next 6 months.
Yeah, outside is like American butter, Land O'Lakes.
Well, I looked out the window today. I was mentioning before I was going to
go out. One look a day, according to what the government said.
Yeah, I don't like going out, but I love my neighborhood. I was going to go buy some dinner fixings. I was going to make a nice pasta dinner for me and Katie, and then I took one look outside and I went, "What's in the freezer?" Because, and you know what's in the freezer? Tortellini. So I did get to do a basic little pasta, which is what did everybody else eat out there for dinner tonight? It's 7 p.m. Pacific in the future.
Yeah.
I'm not here to tell you where you are in the future, but why don't you tell me where you are and tell me what you've eaten today.
One of those famous Eric Gotcha questions.
Yeah.
No right answer.
There's no right answer.
So what type of sauce do you put on your tortellini?
Well, today was a basic, because we didn't leave the house, just some passata.
House sauce.
A house sauce, and it is passata and basil, bit of garlic. Honestly, it was just, I'm just gonna dump all this stuff in here. And of course, Chuckles LeClune had stuffed peppers.
Oh, very nice.
Now, what you don't know is Chuckles LeClune is talking about stuffed peppercorns, and he's really into micro cooking. So, yeah, very tiny things. Have you seen those YouTube videos where they make tiny meals?
They drive.
My sister hates them with a passion of sons. It's just, every time I send her one, she just starts yelling at me.
We were in former beloved restaurant, Stormcrow, and they were running those videos on the TV, and she was just spewing F-bombs at them, made her so mad for some reason.
I've never seen that kind of reaction.
She may have a fear of the small.
I might be.
She's American originally, so it is possible she's used to big food. And
this could be it. Yeah.
Culturally.
Yeah, I mean, I can see that, and of course, the sister who we're talking about is the amazing Vicky Van.
Of course.
Yeah, podcaster, filmmaker.
Yeah,
podcaster, filmmaker.
When I mentioned podcasting, of course, she is the one of the many delightful hosts of Refresh My Memory on the Sneaky Dragon network. There's also Jason Dedrick, very talented young musician, comedian from the Robson Arms TV series. And
very funny.
The name of the third person.
No idea. Yeah, it is. There are two incredibly delightful people on the Refresh My Memory podcast, but there are three people on the podcast. The
other person going bah to everything.
Yeah, just what is this? No, I don't like this movie. Yeah, that's usually.
What is wrong with the still image? He says.
Yeah, we spent all this time with a still image and we were fine with it. We don't need it to move 24 times a second. Are you kidding me? How can you even count that?
Yeah, a lot of it's meddling in God's domain. Yeah. But the show's been on for more than a year, and it's still a delight to listen to.
It's a delight to do. I look forward to it every time we have a record. I think I've mentioned this to you before. I always feel like, oh, right, we're actually recording a podcast and not just doing a monthly hangout where we just talk about a movie. We have like a little movie club where we just sit down.
Well, that would be nice to do as well.
Yeah.
Not to overtalk, which I'm doing too much of.
No, it's fine.
But one of the things I like is it's an excuse once a month to just make snacks for friends. And it feels like the old Kraft TV commercials where like when company drops by unexpectedly and you just throw together a snack. But I got to throw together a snack that is themed to the to the movies that we're doing. 2 different movies, and then also usually alcoholic beverages. So I'm just getting my friend sauced on Sunday morning.
Yes. Folks, if you have never listened to Refresh My Memory, the podcast, you should. It's one of the top 3 podcasts of all time, and it's myself and Vicky Van and Jason Dedrick, and we record actually right behind Pia.
Yeah.
Right there.
Often with Pia in the other room.
Yeah. Sometimes, yeah.
Because she has to test the drinks. One of the things we do is we make a themed drink. And when I say we, I'm the guy in the room you can hear laughing that hits the on and the off button. Yeah. We make a themed drink. You decide what that is based on the movie. And then Pia has to try it in secret later on.
Yes, because the premise is it's a movie sort of not necessarily from our childhood, but a movie we've heard of in our past, usually. And we talk about our very first impressions of it. And then we also talk about watching it now. And then we talk about the food and drink that was in it. And then we concoct a beverage that I think we can reveal that, yes, I think you already just revealed that our drink tester is Pia.
Yeah.
And sometimes Pia is in the other room when we're figuring out the drink.
Yeah.
Now.
Try and throw in some suggestions so it's not something truly hideous.
What would you say is the best and worst so far you've had for drinking?
Yeah.
Is the What If?
As If.
That was from Clueless.
Clueless, yep.
Yeah, it's a mimosa with chocolate liqueur, and it tastes exactly like a Terry's chocolate orange. And
my gosh.
Like, oh my God, it was so good. I love that one. The worst one I think was Heat. The one I don't know what it was called, but it was not good.
That might have been our third one. I'm always nervous when Pia's in the other room because when you're in the other room, I suddenly start going, "Oh, we got to make it tasty," because
I know who to blame now.
yeah, and I have to walk past you when I leave.
Yeah, you'll often chuck a cat at him if.
No, some of them are good. Some of them are interesting. There was one that tasted like a basketball for some reason.
My favorite description you've ever done is it tastes like I licked a basketball.
Yeah.
Which, if it was for like Hoop Dreams or Space Jam, perfect. Yeah. But it was unrelated to that.
Yeah, nothing to do with basketball. I'm
not a drinker, so I guess that's part of it too. Is that I know a lot of people really love some of these spirits, but most of it is just really. So, I guess it makes it entertaining where it's someone who's never really been a drinker in life is testing these weird cocktails and it's like, oh, okay. And so it's that way.
And I've never made drinks really before, so it's been interesting for me as well. Jason is a bit of a bartender, had another show called The Gentleman of Elegant Leisure where he would review drinks from the past. And so I thought, he would. The original idea behind the show was you both had gentleman-related shows.
Yes,
you had gentleman hecklers. He had the gentleman, and I went, let's bring the gentlemen together. And in the hope that Guy Ritchie would get involved in some way, but he has not so far.
Yeah, not returned my calls.
No, but I thought Jason would be able to do some bartending for this, and he does a fair job on it. But I end up coming up with most of the drinks, it turns out. Yeah,
you wind up doing all the work on the podcast. You do all the work because all I have to do
the whole show. I think you are a big part of the show.
Yeah, but I mean, like, what do I do at home? Katie and I, we sit on that couch, we watch a movie.
Okay.
Then we go to Hell Kitty Studios. We sit down. I sit down. I talk about a movie for half an hour.
Yes. Eat a snack. Have a drink.
Have a drink. And then you're recording it. You're doing levels. You're doing your best to not laugh uproariously at how funny the three of us are. And
that is what most of my time is trying not to laugh uproariously.
Yeah.
And instead I softly go, boo. Tain't funny. Get on with it. A lot of that. Yeah. Much like with this show.
Yes. And then afterwards, now you and Vicky do the editing?
Yeah, Vicky mostly, yes. I write down the break points and direct her towards that, but then she's actually been to film school and has technical skill. And she's been of course she has been a guest on this show, so very, very funny. But like technically, she's a whiz. She's the brains of the family.
Excellent. But then you make the drink. You have to get the supplies, mix the supplies as thought up by three weirdos on a Sunday morning.
Yeah, usually with one ingredient that is like, only in like Hungary or something. Yeah. It's like Coca-Cola and then blue curacao and then Kirkischmacht. And like, what? Why does Jason know every obscure... Yeah, you're thinking, okay.
Now,
God bless. And then we hunt him down. Usually I end up having to go to the big liquor store that's got all the obscure stuff.
But now what's happened is Hell Kitty Studios has a massively stocked bar.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now Chuckles LeClune is actually asking if you get the drink supplies before the show are mixed based on what's on hand. What happens is we just talk out of our asses and then Ian has to go find stuff.
Yeah.
It's 100% that.
Usually if it's a sensible one from High Point down the street.
Yeah.
And if not, then the big old liquor store. And then during the course of the next month, I make the two drinks and we put the episodes up on our sneakydragon.com page.
Excellent. So the latest episode of Refresh My Memory, which you can see at sneakydragon.com, you can find it also at refreshmymemory.ca, which for some reason that domain name is not playing nice with. There we go. Okay, so we've got Aliens, and that's our most recent one. And
or Alien $sign if you go with James Cameron's original title.
Of course, yes. And the drink, I believe, is called the Good Call. Let me check. So that's it's the bad call.
Also, yes.
Yes, it's a bad call. It's a bad call, Ripley. A bad call. Tumbler with ice and half an ounce of lime juice.
It is a hell of a way to make drinks. You're not wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to see if I can't put that recipe in the chat.
I had to do a substitution this time because we couldn't find more blue curacao. So I ended up going with a melon liqueur instead.
Yeah, that was
which had a similar taste. But I think it went. You liked it.
I liked it. Yeah. The melody was nice. It had a weird, kind of. It was almost mechanical. Like there was something metallic about it too. So it was like, yeah, this fits. This fits really well.
You do good. You do good descriptions of the drinks. It's worth reading even if you don't listen to the episodes. Read the episode descriptions just for Pia's reviews of the drinks.
I think it just comes from reading too many issues of Drops of God and just how they described all the wine tasting that goes on in that story. I'm like, oh, that's an interesting way to think of it.
What is Drops of God?
It's a manga from Japan, and it is about a guy who inherits or is potentially about to inherit his father's kind of wine cellar. It's like a world famous wine cellar. He was an amazing wine critic and sommelier, and but he got it broke up with broke relations with his dad at some point because of as he got older and they stopped communicating. But his father's wanted him to have this, and so he's pushing him to come back to the field of wine tasting by doing this contest with another leading wine taster. And so it's if you can beat this guy, it's all yours, and it's millions of dollars worth of wine. But he has to go back to his childhood and when his dad was teaching him how to appreciate wine. And how to register certain flavors and things. And so it was a very silly book and I loved it.
It's also a Netflix series.
Yeah, I just haven't been able to watch it because it's a lot of subtitles, and so I can't work and watch something at the same time. So I will get to it eventually.
Someone is asking, do I ever try the drink? And the answer is after you've tried it. So I don't want to go up there with a face and fearfully hand it to you. You get first crack and then you'll give me a sip. And then I'll be like, geez, Lord.
Or I'll drink it, go, ugh, you can finish it. There you go.
Yeah. Then I pour it into a plant. Plant immediately dies in a Tex Avery style way.
Yeah.
Takes that little gun, blows its brains out. I'm like, where did plant get done?
I myself have never tasted a drink that we've concocted. I've never gotten high on my own supply.
Is that true? And let me ask you why. Because we did do an anniversary show. An outdoor anniversary show, and we made the as if, and I think a couple of other drinks that we had from the show. So perhaps once.
I don't know if I had it. I'd have to listen to it again. I think what I had was because we recorded Point Break, and I think I had the Point Break drink, but not. Yeah, I wanted to sort of limit my intake because I was driving.
Milking a cat.
I was making a weird cow with udders askew.
Mime with the Vancouver Theatre Sports League.
Oh, I studied pain with the Vancouver Theatre Sports League.
Yeah, like I said, mime.
Yeah,
mime is pain. Pain is mime.
Yeah. We mimed not being traumatized. That's what we did there, and I'm a terrible mime. Hey, I gotta turn the back haul off there. There we go. See, I love this thing. I can put in tickers and banners and all sorts of stuff.
And again, if you don't have blue curacao, melon liqueur also works fine. So let me say
if you don't have, and that's, folks, remember, that's a good rule of thumb. If you don't have blue curacao, melon liqueur.
These guys use a lot of blue ingredients. I don't know specifically why, but through the course of the show, there's been a lot of times where like, how do we make this blue? And so we got a lot of Empress gin as well here.
Yep.
For things, but then that curacao, we went through the bottle pretty quick.
I think it's because a lot of your movies are sci-fi and fantasy movies, and blue just says sci-fi.
Yeah, because we're doing. Yeah, if we're doing Star Trek, we probably want some Romulan ale. If
we did go through the bottle. Yes, that's why we ended up having to do
but that's supposed to be green. That's supposed to be green.
No, it was actually supposed to be blue.
I thought Romulan ale was green.
Oh, no, for Romulan, but the one you had this time around with ale.
Yes, yeah.
I thought Romulan ale was blue, but I'm not good with colors.
I thought it was green, but maybe I'm just thinking of the other episode where it's like, oh, it's green.
That's that's Scotty going, it's green.
There's 2 episodes. There's also TNG did that too as a tribute when
I did it. Yeah, did it to Scotty.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I picked up.
What is this, some kind of nerd podcast? What's going on here?
What is this sort of nerd podcast?
Sports podcast. What's going on?
Oh, sorry about that. Okay, fine. Rollerball.
Very good. Oh, what am I doing? I'm plugging Sparks here with my cup. Oh, that's shame.
What? Sparks? What's wait a minute. What's Sparks?
Sparks. Well, that'd be the story about 2 cats want to be heroes. No one takes cats seriously as heroes, so they dress up as a dog and they save the world from an evil alien baby. That's what it is. And do it with Nina Matsumoto, who's an amazing artist. And it is the 5th most borrowed juvenile book in Canadian libraries currently.
Oh my gosh!
And I'm trying my best to do something with it to move it into live, as in like actually live. You can see it live action.
Yes,
that's the goal right now.
I can't wait to see what form that takes. Now we do have where can you find this? It is libraries, and it is an excellent book. I've given it to my nephews, and they love it. I got 3 nephews, and they've each read it, and they absolutely love it. I would say my oldest nephew, but I would say my closest nephew geographically is a cat person too. He's very much a cat person, and it's so exciting that I get to go. And what was cool was at my wedding, getting to like sort of point out to my nephews, you know Sparks? Yeah, yeah. He wrote it. He wrote Sparks, and then they were all too shy to say hi to you.
Or confused because it never makes sense when someone goes, "That's a writer of the thing that you like." That makes no sense. What do you mean?
Well, one of them, I think, was 10. He was like, yeah. And then the one who was maybe 5 or 6, maybe not so much. And then the one who was 4 just, took his pants off and ran around.
Yeah.
if you recall.
Yeah.
It's like, what?
Remember that?
There he goes.
But Katie understood it completely. And she was like,
totally
I understand
fine.
You're a writer. I'm like,
yes.
Good on Katie.
Yeah.
She gets it.
But Katie's also in her 30s. So
good for her. I was not smart in my 30s. That would have been confusing to me. But she can actually do things and make things and it would be useful on an island. Like,
she's brilliant.
Yeah, she's brilliant. So like, you get her on an island, you're going to have a nice hut. Like you're going to live Gilligan's Island style real soon.
Really excellent cabinets.
Oh yeah.
Excellent cabinets. Like everyone will like show up and go like, oh my gosh, look at these beautiful cabinets.
These are great cabinets. Yeah.
Going to rescue you. She'll
make all that awesome stuff. And we're getting some like emergency prep stuff popping up around the house. Oh, and by the way, there's one less copy of Sparks available to borrow from your local library because we just got one borrowed.
Oh, good. Hope
that's
you
great.
We're because we got to be pluggersons because we're Canadian and you got to do that. Nina's working on some other stuff right now. Pia and I are working on a book that's aged up from that point, but also for Scholastic's graphics line.
Oh yes, this is so cool, and I wasn't sure if we were able to talk about it, but oh my gosh, tell me about Frostbite.
This is a vampire story set in the snows of the Northern Territory-ish areas. Yeah, we're not saying exactly where, but yeah, it's they're under the snow, and they'll the deep snow. So you go walking in deep snow, something's gonna get you.
Yeah.
So it's fun. It's really fun. We've worked on it for the last year. We're just finishing it now. We're just getting the cover figured out, and it's soliciting for next summer.
Yeah, August 4th. It is available for pre-sale at bookstores now. So if you want to order it and you go like, hey, what's the cover? I don't see the cover on there. Well, we're just finalizing the cover. Working on the cover. Just think, oh, it's a scary cover. It's going to be a cover that's scary. But yeah, it's like Jaws underneath snow instead of water, and it's for young adult.
Yeah, it's basically for our niece because we were really impressed by her stories when she was like 13 or so, 14, where she and her friends would have slumber parties, but they'd watch every horrific jump scare movie you can think of. And that, and they're like, oh yeah, this story is for her.
Yeah.
So because we've been noodling with this story for about 20 years now. We wrote it on our
honeymoon. Yeah.
And but we didn't really have anywhere for it to go. And then we just saw what Emma and her friends were, and they were like, oh yeah, okay, that's clearly who this is for, and that's when we reached.
And it's been really nice, like showing it to showed it to my sister Lee, who is Emma's mother, and Emma liked it, just like full on. And she was like just a big endorser of it, and that was great. But showing it to my sister, who she's my sister. We're kind of they're not alike in many ways, and showed it to her, and she was like locked in. Yeah. And I'm not going to say what happens in the first couple of pages, but you're like, no, you're not going to. Oh my gosh, you did. And it was like legitimately messing her up in a good horror movie way. So.
Oh, that's great.
She was really worried for her daughter at that point. So we're like, yes.
Yes. Well, yeah, because I remember years ago when you had an office on Main Street telling me about it.
Yeah.
And that was probably about 20 years ago.
Yeah, we were looking at trying to make it into a short film, and so Vicky actually went out up to Whistler with some friends, and they tried to shoot a sizzle reel for it, and so yeah, they came back covered in blood, and it was really fun, and but we couldn't get it off the ground, and so it was like, okay, we're going to shoot this, and we'll work on this, and we'll figure out where it goes, and yeah.
Yeah, the majority of things don't end up happening, but for the longest time, we had this enormous bucket of blood. Barrel of blood in the back seat of the car, and thinking fake blood, and thinking like, if we ever got into a car accident, oh my gosh, would it look like a horror show?
And you just walk out, you're like, it's okay, it's not mine.
Just covered head to toe.
And they're just coming at you. They're like, no, it's not mine. Oh God, whose is it? It's nobody's. Trust me.
Yeah, get the hazmat suit. It's mostly corn syrup.
It took a long time to figure out that recipe, but it was good looking blood.
Yeah. So we had to throw away blood. That's right. So we had like big vats of blood that we were like, that's not good enough. Pour it out into the what it grates outside. Which again, we're looking like monsters.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna clip that, and the Red Cross is gonna come after you. Just a little clip. Yeah, we had to throw away blood. We had to dump the blood. Yeah. Well, because this is the kind of blood that if you get on it, you're going to get covered in ants.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And nobody.
Fortunately, it's nobody time, so we didn't have to worry too much about the ants. But it was.
Yeah. You could pour it in the ice. You could pour it in the ice, and it will harden, and it'll be like the maple syrup candy.
Sure. Yeah. I grew up in Quebec. I know my way around the sugar shack.
Oh yeah, yeah. It would be Bonhomme Carnival.
I met Bonhomme Carnival as a kid as well. Yes, indeed.
Did you meet? Now you have a relationship with. Oh, I was gonna phrase this. No, I was gonna say, because there have been times in your life where you have dealt with or have had to be mascots, and I almost said you've had a relationship with mascots, and I don't want to imply anything.
I dated clowns, but not. Have I dated? Have I dated? I'm trying to think like if I had a relationship with someone who was a mascot.
I was just a Christmas elf at one event once. That was it.
I was a Christmas elf 2 years in a row.
I had to paint a lot of Pokemon on kids' faces.
I had to sing. I've got a whole story about that, but that's for another time. Might be for one of our Little Mountain shows.
Yeah.
Speaking
of Little Mountain
I have
shows.
been a mascot. I've been the upside down shopping bag at Eaton's, a character called the Glump. I have been Georgia GM, a safety bear.
Yeah.
I've been Expo Ernie.
Yep.
I've been a dancing pumpkin at Richmond Produce Market. I have had England.
And of course, all of those places are now defunct.
No, Richmond, the Richmond thing is still very much using that same situation.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah, the
pumpkin
is out there and has a corn friend now.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yes. In years past and possibly this year, thanks to work, I've not done mascotty things, but there will be holiday events that I will be sort of presenting things at. Sometimes in character, but I don't want to do character anymore. Character stuff anymore.
An elf?
Yes, one of my first gigs was as an elf for a party, a holiday party for the particle accelerator. And scientists, when they get some drink in them, oh boy, they are grabby. And they were asking me, because I was supposed to be like a worker elf, and there were a lot of ladies asking me about my tool. And I didn't like it. And I was hired. This was one of my first gigs ever in comedy. And I had a not great time. And the person who sent me out is named Diana, who you know, and was just like, yeah, that's going to happen. Sorry.
I was telling you, and again, real fast with this story. I was telling you about a Alice in Wonderland themed gig that I did like that with two friends of mine. One was a woman, one was a gentleman, and I was a Mad Hat. I was like, I believe, like the March Hare, and he was the Mad Hatter, and she was Alice. Right. From Alice in Wonderland.
She was Alice. Yeah. He was the Mad Hatter, and you were the March Hare. Okay.
So, and then we're at a party for some Richie Richardsons, and like they had some money and stuff. And so, yeah, they were all like hitting on her while we're doing comedy bits. And it's like, ugh, gross. Ooh. To the point where she was getting fed up at like kind of the midway point. And we decided like, hey, you know, maybe we should trade costumes. So he traded costumes with her, and she became the rabbit and he became Alice. And then for the rest of the night, he was the one getting hit on. So it was like, oh, it was the costume.
It's the costume. It's like Batman.
The costume. There you go.
It's right. It doesn't matter who's in the suit.
Yeah. And there were some discussions afterwards. He went over like, do you think I could? Nope. And we had to like shut him down on that. And that's why names were not mentioned in this story.
Yes.
Yeah. But I could make $3,000. You sure could.
Yeah.
Anyway.
No, thank you.
Nope. That turns this all into something very different.
Yeah.
There's a market for, but we're not part of.
Yeah. I'm
a safety bear, sir. I have dignity. What's that? The bear caught on fire and ran into a bunch of kids? Oh, well, yeah. I mean, dignity. Not capital D dignity. It was a robot bear, so it's all right. That's right. People are fine with a robot on fire going.
Well, yeah, because, it's not like a person on fire, and that's horrific. A robot on fire is just, a cool movie.
Right, though the robot on fire was going towards the people who would be are also, if I imagine, flammable. And that's why I had to tackle said robot before that happened. And then his head spun off and then hung from a wire. And then the kids, they screamed, as children do, when a flaming bear is almost killing them, and then their head flies off. And that's how one of them wrote Five Nights at Freddy's.
But yeah, that's how we got Five Nights at Freddy's. Well, this sounds like an interesting story. And Ian, you have a show where you just tell a story, don't you?
Sure, I do. You and I have decided to do monthly shows at Little Mountain Gallery, and for a while I was doing one called Secrets for Strangers, where people would tell personal stories, funny stories, hopefully, that comedians mostly, that would not allow for any follow-up questions afterwards from people that they knew. Yep. We didn't want to ban friends and family. but we didn't want them to be able to afterwards ask, was that true? Hey, but what happened to that person? Because that'll really stop someone from telling a story. And as I was doing it, I started building up stories that I really wanted to tell about my kind of working for the CBC since I was 13. And so 2 months ago, I actually put it up for the very first time, and it's called CBC and Me. And it's stories of my life with the CBC. And then you were kind enough to do a Canadian content quiz in the middle of it.
I love being the second person in a one-person show. I mean, that really, it's an honor. And I'm also there, but it's a one-person show. I know. And by the way, we're getting some nice notes about Secrets for Strangers. It was ridiculously funny, and I hope we get a chance to do it again. I've got a great 10-minute slideshow about a relationship gone horribly wrong, all queued up for that. And folks, if you want to see the next CBC and Me, the tickets are available. I've put the tickets in the chat. Also, I will give you the date right now. It'll be Wednesday, October 15th, 2025 at Little Mountain Gallery. CBC and Me, Private Stories, Public Broadcaster, written and performed by Ian Boothby with a Canadian content quiz by Eric Fell.
And actual prizes. And it starts at 7. I think this is a 7 o'clock show, I believe.
Let's double check here. That's a 7 p.m. show.
Oh, very good. And there's a couple of things about that. One, I have friends now who are older who are like, I can't be seeing a 9 o'clock show on a Wednesday.
Yes.
And I'm like, how long does it go for? Our show is basically an hour long, and it's a sensible hour, and it's a reasonable price, and it's a good time, and there's good drinks, and there's nice chairs, and it's comfortable. And you know what?
It is
in the basement. You're safe. It's dark. Everything's fine. Just come see the show. You'll have a nice time.
Yeah.
I love a black box theater.
Oh, yeah. I don't know why I haven't done a show there called Eric's Basement.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Yeah.
Crying out loud.
Show.
13 and a half years of making that damn joke at the Rio Theater. Maybe I should do something that in a place that looks like a basement. And, of course, the name of that show is The Critical Hit Show, which you are involved in, Ian Boothby.
I am. And Pia, you're involved in an early show of that, where it was one of my favorite shows, where you hid in the balcony and at a crucial part, we dropped what we said was acid onto the audience. Yeah. But it wasn't acid. It was
bags of balloons. We had.
It was bags of balloons. So for
giant bags of balloons that we all blew up and hid them in the balcony. And at a certain time, we just opened the bags and just chucked them into there, and it was like just dozens of balloons.
My suggestion was to use our fake blood, but
we didn't want to do that. Uploaded. Yeah, I'm not a De Palma guy. So for those of you who are not familiar with the Critical Hit Show, it's a live, improvised, epic fantasy inspired by tabletop role-playing games like Dungeons & Dragons and Pathfinder and 13th Age, as well as like fantasy movies. And how it works is we've got 6 very, very funny comedians playing the heroes. And instead of sitting around a table and rolling dice and stuff, the heroes are actually up and moving around on a stage in a big 400-seat theater, which you should come to, folks. And when it comes time to fight the monsters, we bring people up on stage, and there's always like a big sort of group thing at the end, because the climactic event of every show has this sort of a big group thing where a bunch of people come up on stage, or a bunch of people are in the audience, maybe holding up glow sticks and stuff. Now, there was one really cool one. It was a Halloween one, and Pia was actually up on stage. I don't know if you must remember this, Pia.
Oh, was this the one with the floaties?
Yeah. No, yeah. We plugged your iPad or computer into the projector, and there was a whole bunch of costume bits we threw into the middle of the stage and had audience members create a monster, and you were drawing it at the same time, and it was like the world's going to end if that drawing is completed.
I was thinking of the one we did in Seattle where got called up, and you were giving out pool noodles, and we just had to beat up Alan with them, and that was really fun.
Yes. Pool noodles are great comedy things because they don't really hurt, but they're loud.
Oh, we heard them.
They sound bad.
Yeah.
They sound bad. That is when other companies have done live action role playing shows. but the difference between their shows and our shows, for the most part, is the sheer amount of audience participation.
Yeah,
bring people up.
Oh,
we
yeah.
will murder audience members, either individually or again by dropping balloon acid
balloons on. Yeah,
en masse.
Yeah,
which was nice that day because it was also raining outside. So a lot of people grabbed their umbrellas and were blocking.
Yeah, and they just had umbrellas. It was really neat. Yeah. Now, there's a question. Did the audience attend? Yeah. Did the audience attend in costume? Yes. Every Halloween, we highly encourage people to come in costume. People come in the greatest, wildest costumes at the shows we do at like Emerald City Comic Con when we go back there in 2024, hopefully. March 2025. March 2025. We'll do March 2025. But they come in costume, and very frequently, if someone comes in costume, that's who they are, right? Like someone showed up as in a brilliant Loki costume, so now they're Loki. My favorite costumes are the one time a group of people dressed up as us. And it was amazing. And the person who cosplayed as me dyed her hair.
Whoa, that's committed.
She like dyed her hair like orange and wore plaid and had a thing of cheese balls. Yeah. And it was
a woman named Katie.
Mary,
full commitment. Still together. Really went for the bit.
Fully committed.
She assembles cabinets, but politically.
Yes, so that's correct. Different. That's right. Yeah. Now, with costumes and stuff, Pia, you've created and worked on a lot of things that people really, really like. Of course, I would probably say the one that a lot of people know you for is Why the Last Man.
Yes.
Have you ever had like a favorite cosplay? Has someone cosplayed ampersand?
Not ampersand, but I've seen a lot of Yorks with a little stuff ampersand on their shoulder. So
that's so cool.
It's really easy to get like the mask and the cape and just his jeans and plaid. So it's pretty versatile. But I've seen a lot of those and they're the best. Yeah, those are fun.
Oh, that is so cool.
The really scary ones though are the tattoos. I don't know how.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I saw a full back of the Shakespeare monkey one.
Oh wow! Oh my gosh! Yeah. Actually, Katie is here, popping in to say, "Hey, Katie's taking Danish classes tonight. The language, not the pastry, and that's hence the spelling, I assume, for hey with a J there. But if she comes back with pastry, that's also cool.
Yes.
Yeah.
You were also the executive producer on the television series.
Yeah. Meant I get to read some stuff and give.
You don't say what an executive producer is. You just take the credit.
I know.
No executive producer has ever done anything.
But because most executive producers can go and visit the set and hang out and talk to people and talk and stuff. But this was the middle of the pandemic, so I was doing from here. And so
you're doing everything. You couldn't go visit. Oh, that's a shame. Because I did see that. Like, look at it says executive producer. I know. You right?
Yeah, that goes on your permanent record.
Yeah.
Goes right like a Chris Carter or a Joe Straczynski, or a Dick Wolf.
Oh no, it's not. I don't think it's a Dick Wolf level. No, it's close, but
it's close.
It's
when you get up to episode 574 of your 17th series.
Yeah.
I feel like there isn't really a Dick Wolf. By this point, I feel like Dick Wolf should have passed away. Yep. Like it's been long enough that I think Dick Wolf is just a fictional character. They went you've got to have someone who's like the main producer, and they went make up a name, man. I don't know. Let's just randomly go through the dictionary. Dick Wolf. One from the front of the book, one from the back of the book. Done. It's done. Dick Wolf. You put it at the end of it.
Wolf.
No one
it doesn't matter.
You couldn't point him out of a lineup. You've never seen him accept an award. You don't know what Dick Wolf looks like, and yet he's like the producer of every show.
No. Well, Lava Being is saying
looks like.
Lava Being is saying he's the Alan Smithy of producers.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know what J.J. Abrams looks like. You knew J.J. Abrams before Star Trek and Star Wars. You knew what he looked like. You knew what Joss Whedon looked like before the incidents. You know what all those folks look like, but you have no idea what Dick Wolf looks like.
Yeah, this is true.
There is no
this
Dick
is
Wolf.
true. Yep. There's a movie theater in North Delta that used to have a cafe in it called Alan Smithy's, and I respected the hell out of that. And I don't think anybody got the joke because it was North Delta in 2005.
Yeah, no, they wouldn't. That's sad. That's their loss.
Yeah, it is. I hope someone kept the. But I'm really good at segues. Watch this.
Okay.
I hope someone kept the sign. I feel like that's some sort of, I don't know, good luck object, or maybe even a cursed item. Hey, let's play cursed item good luck charm. All right. I got a title for it and everything. I like making this. I like making this stuff. It's a lot of fun. All right. So, does Pia, do you have a cursed item / good luck charm?
Yeah, it's this thing.
It's a chestnut.
It's a horse chestnut.
A horse
right
chestnut.
Now, this week, these are the banes of the whole neighborhood's existence.
Yes.
Yes, there is a tree-lined street just over here.
2 trees, actually.
There's about 3 or 4 of them. It's a huge number of these trees, and they are starting to fall off the trees now. And it's loud. These suckers just come down
and
painful. People get hit with them. And
oh my gosh,
I like to work at night, and so I'll have the windows open, and it's nice and quiet. And I'm drawing. I'm doing really fine detail work. And in the middle of this, you just go bang, and it's just like these things fall on cars. They're falling on the roofs. They're falling on houses.
Oh my gosh,
so loud, and it just makes you jump every time. So yeah, cursed object. These things, and you can't even eat them.
How do you know that, hon? What's the difference between that and a chestnut?
Because a regular chestnut has a little tail on it.
Yeah.
It won't kill you. These things will not necessarily kill you, but they are poisonous. Every part of the horse chestnut tree is very poisonous. It has these things called saponins in it. They're very toxic. They'll give you bad stomach aches and make you vomit and get all that stuff.
Yeah, if it has a little tail, you can eat it.
Yeah, if it has a tail, then it's a chestnut tree. But I don't know, why wouldn't you grow chestnut trees then? Because you have schools and people around who would be happy.
Yeah.
Nuts. But instead, you got these toxic things.
They're just all over the place.
Yeah, and
you just hear people yelling, "Son of a bitch!" and they've been hit by a bunch.
And apparently, you can grind them on and turn them in, make them into laundry soap. It's like a natural laundry soap. But I don't want to try it because they're making it bad to be eco.
If you do that, you know what you're doing? You're giving them the satisfaction.
Exactly. I'm making it useful when all they did is take away from my peace. So yeah, horse chestnut, more like horse shit chestnut.
Yes. Whoa!
And that's how you stop the horse chestnut.
Oh, that's it. Fair enough. I didn't.
Yeah, we're allowed to swear. I think we can swear. They say don't do excessive swearing, but I don't know what the fuck that means.
The government, the church.
I don't know. It's like Steve YouTube and Rebecca Twitch.
Oh, I like Rebecca Twitch. I don't like Steve YouTube as much, but I like.
No, Steve YouTube's like a dude, bro. He refers to the manosphere a lot.
Yeah,
as his like circle of friends.
Have you noticed that? Like, going, is he doing a commercial? I think he just is now doing a commercial for something. And it's like, how many minutes do I have to wait till he gets back? We are getting some information about tanning. About you can use these to tan. I'm assuming leather because for your boots.
I can see
because
that.
Our commenter here, I know for a fact, has made and correct me if I'm wrong, has made salmon leather.
Wow.
Yeah. Which is very cool.
That's very cool.
Yeah, so they have a knowledge of tanning. So, and I'm assuming leather and not skin. Yeah. I'm assuming like you're not just like rubbing it. Okay, look, it's healthy.
Yeah, I think
cover
that
up the
might be
freckles.
what a certain president uses. Is just rubs himself with poison in the morning, and it soaks into his brain, and he gets weird orange skin.
Yeah. He is the poison. He is the poison that's rubbing it. He's the poison that's rubbing himself on America.
There. Object.
There's there's your trailer.
There it is.
I mean, and I suppose yes, skin is a necessary ingredient in leather. That's very fair.
Yeah. we're not going to get into politics because Pia is an editorial cartoonist and already on enough enemies lists.
Yeah, probably.
I don't think there's anybody.
If you want to like see our cartoons that are not if you want to see like the political cartoons, you did a book called Me the People, still available in bookstores.
Check it out, folks. Me the People.
It's called Me the People. But we do a comic strip 3 times a week called Mannequin on the Moon. That is funny stuff.
Yeah.
That's also we also
yes.
The New Yorker. Okay, that's our friggin' plugs. Okay, so here's this thing. So I do a podcast called Sneaky Dragon.
Yes.
And we're not. I should probably show you the good ones before I show you this. Sometimes people will make us sculptures of Sneaky Dragon or pinata.
Oh.
Beautiful artwork, just gorgeous. And again, I should show them to you, but I'm not going to because I'd have to move things. And then we also got like this thing.
What?
Which is a bank. It's a dragon.
Yeah, and that's plastic. That's like injection molded plastic, it looks like.
Yes. And so this is always sitting with the gorgeous, beautiful handmade art. And then there's this. And the reason I think of it as cursed is because it's a bank. It's got a little bank slot there to put money in.
Yeah.
And the thing about a dragon is a dragon's curse is they are obsessed with gold. They are obsessed with money. That is the dragon's weakness. It must hoard gold, and it can never spend the gold or enjoy the gold. It must just hoard the gold and keep the gold and keep stacked on the gold. So the idea of a dragon that's in a bank feels cursed on the most basic dragon level. The one thing you should not get a dragon to do is hoard money or gold. And inside of this dragon is loony. So it has already begun, this curse. And we must keep it because it's a gift from a fan of the show. So
I mean, it's lovely. And you reminded me of a Critical Hit Show webcomic I wrote once where you're all confronting a dragon and the dragon's on the pile of gold and your character Benoit's like, so what's the deal with the gold? And basically the dragons are the ones that keep the economy going by hiding gold in barrels. Because they're like, what? You just walk in a room, kick over a barrel. There's 3 gold in there. Yeah, that's us. We're putting that there. That's how that goes there. Because if all this gold goes out, it'll be worthless. We are keeping everything in check. We are the gears that are running this society. So go away and don't kill me or something.
Thank you, Smaugs.
Yeah, it was.
The train's running on time. Good job, the Smaugs.
Yeah.
But wait. If anyone wants to be our, and I'm speaking for you, who is the creator of the show. You kibosh this if you want. If anyone wants to do a Wikipedia page of our show, please do.
Oh my gosh.
We have improviser brains that do not remember our character backstories or hilarious things like that.
I do have video of almost every show we've ever done. I have like 2 full hard drives of shows going back to March 2012. I think I've missed 2.
What helped keep me sane during COVID times was I had a little bit of a VR setup. And one of the videos that you put up was a 3D video that took place where the camera was set next to you when you were doing introductions and stuff for the show. And so when I put on the VR helmet, it was like I was standing next to you on stage.
Oh, wow.
And it's interesting because you can just like look over and see the audience and see what all the audience members are doing and then look around and see what's on your desk and see how you're doing. And the weird part then is I come out. So now there's 2 me on stage.
Yeah,
that's strange. But it was very comforting when we could not go out and do shows.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Get that old helmet on and go back into fantasy land of the good old days of being able to do shows.
Well, luckily we're able to do shows again. And in fact, I'm going to show, sorry for the vertical video on this, but this was made as a reel.
That's it now. That is very popular vertical video. Do not apologize for that.
Let's take a look at a 59-second clip of Ian Boothby in the Critical Hit Show.
I didn't approve it. Isn't it beautiful down here? I don't think it is because I hate nature. I'm an anti-nature activist.
+3 to anti-nature activist. It's on the character sheet.
I didn't make this up.
I think maybe you did.
No.
Okay.
I was fine with Hasbro.
Right, do we see the McBarge?
The thing is, there is a McBarge-shaped divot in the sand at the bottom of the sea.
What? That's exactly shaped like a McBarge.
Somebody stole the McBarge?
Various little indentations of French fries around it.
Yeah, wow.
It's been hamburger.
So that
if you want to see me wear that shirt, come to the CBC and Me show.
That is a weirdly low-res video. I didn't realize it was going to go like that because that should have been better. I've put the ticket link in the comments. The Critical Hit Show, October 22nd, live at the Rio Theater, 7 p.m., starring Ian Boothby, and I'm also there. And we've also got some amazing...
Maybe Pia will be up above you, dropping things on your heads.
Yeah, maybe the horse chestnuts.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, everyone comes out with a tan.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to tell you right now that one of our castmates, Barbara Beal, is deep into making a costume. And if you remember last year's costume where she was like carrying a little guy around.
Yeah.
Or the guy was carrying her around. I think it was Discount Harvey. Our creepy friend Discount Harvey was carrying her around. She's making another similar costume. Oh. So that's going to be interesting and weird and creepy, much like the show. Hey, speaking of interesting and weird and creepy, see, I just love doing a segue. Can I show you something? Something just kind of fun.
With that you could intro? No.
Yeah.
Hello, may I show you something interesting and creepy? Sure, this is how the horror movie begins.
I want to know your thoughts on this, okay? Like I've got a couple of short clips to show you, and then we can talk about them because that's part of the show. What would you like first? Would you like a commercial, a television intro, or a something tangentially related to your past?
Oh, no.
Oh, tangentially related to the past.
Sure, why not?
Okay, we'll do that first.
Okay.
Now, Ian, I know you've seen this.
Oh, yes, I have.
Years ago.
I put this up online, yeah.
I'm pretty sure you've seen this.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go. And you'll be...
You know, one of the hottest items these days, thanks to guys like Run DMC and the Beastie Boys, is rapping. What is rapping?
Let's have
a look before we go any further.
There we go. It's so quiet.
My name is Sap, and I can really rap, so come on, baby, don't give me that. You be down on one knee before you can see with the baddest raps and all of his story. People tap the feet right to the beat, getting in the groove, they start to move. You know I'm the best, there is no test.
All right, that is rapping. But usually there's a story involved or something, and it's just a whole lot of fun. And obviously they were having a whole lot of fun. We're going to have a bit more rapping, plus we're going to check out what's happening in our makeup room with our makeover. But don't go away. Give me some rap. I want to hear rap.
Ew, look at their clothes. Don't look at them. Don't. Look, those guys ain't got no class. Oh, we got class. You guys got the style from the past. Oh, yeah? That's right. Do you guys want to fight tonight? Uh-huh. That's right. That's right, I fight tonight. Even though we fight with words, so yes, we hurt. Maybe they're wrong, maybe they're right, maybe it really ain't worth the fight. Even though it's only a hunch, don't mean you're not a pretty nice bunch. I mean, it's not the thing I like to do, just waste my time to be mean to you. So learn a lesson not to be mean to others of a different kind. Courteous and kind.
All right. So...
I don't know why people say Degrassi High was so good.
So this is from a television show called Switchback.
Yes,
Tell
sir.
us your relationship with Switchback as much as you talk.
CBC show I ever worked on. But I was none of those kids. I was none of those sweatered boys. Let me just say, I started when I was 13 on the show, and you can hear more at CBC and Me, and I worked on it until the very end. Anyway, but so. Okay, we're going to do rap on the show. Fantastic. CBC's coming down. Great. Everybody, get your best sweater. Get your best sweater. We're going to put on our dress shirts and sweater up. Because, guys, it's the 80s. It's time to sweater up. And, hey, listen, if you also have some white makeup, Put that on your face if you're a girl.
Yeah.
Wash jeans, jackets. Yeah, that's.
Yeah. And
And,
how
and
did you
may
feel about?
recognize a famed comedian and hit podcaster of the podcast. I believe, what is it? High School Sucked.
Yeah, High School Sucked. Yeah.
With Darcy Michael. That was Jane Stanton.
That was absolutely Jane Stanton. And
I'll say that the video was online and had like about 300 views. And then I started putting it online myself and showing people it, and it made it up to like about 80,000 in about 3 days. And then Jane contacted me and went, "What the hell?" And I was like, "Oh, I didn't even recognize it was you." It was just I just thought it was amazing.
Pia,
Yes.
what were your fashions like back in the day? Pia, can you rap for us?
No.
Let me get my sweater. You seem to have some problems here, so let me.
No.
So Pia, what was your style back in
I
that
had
in that day?
style in like 1987, and that was a trilby because I found one and I loved it, and I just wore it for all of grade 8.
Yeah.
I would steal my dad's business shirts, so they were like long and they'd come just like almost to my knees, and then I'd wear stirrup pants and Oxfords, and it was so stupidly 80s, and that was my look.
That's a rad look. That should come back.
Yeah, I know. I got to find that perfect shirt. I've been looking for that perfect shirt ever since, and I have yet to find it. But yeah, I think they'd go really well with yoga pants, but I haven't been able to.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just waiting for Eric to now go, and here's the footage.
Yeah. Here's it. No, I don't have any pictures of that. What I do have is a little something else from the 80s that you might enjoy. It's a little short thing we can chat about here. Here we go. Let's sorry, I'm still getting used to the all the ins and outs. Here we go. Please enjoy an opening credits to a cartoon.
Okay.
I hope we don't get a copyright hit.
Chuck Norris.
Oh my God.
Chuck Norris, man of action. Chuck Norris stars in Chuck Norris Karate Commandos. Chuck Norris, he's got nerves of steel and strength to match. Chuck Norris with his team, Pepper.
It's too dangerous, Chuck.
Wow. Too much. Timo, the samurai warrior. Reed, Chuck's teenage apprentice. Tabe, the sumo champion. With Chuck Norris, they battle the sinister forces of the Claw.
Remember this.
And the ruthless Super Ninja. I'll finish Norris! Chuck Norris stars in Chuck Norris Karate Commandos.
Oh my God.
All right. My question to you is this. How many times did they say the full name Chuck Norris? In 58 seconds.
I'm going to say 9.
I'm saying
Yes.
Oh, it's not.
Sorry, I didn't mean to turn around. Sorry, Pia. It was it was 9. It was absolutely 9.
How many shows of that era was the Claw the villain in?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Is that why we never saw his face in Inspector Gadget for copyright reasons? Because like
I'm thinking
we never saw his claw in Inspector Gadget, but he was called Claw, right? In Inspector
There's Dr. Claw in Inspector Gadget, voiced by Frank Welker, who, as probably most famous, is Fred from Scooby-Doo
and Scooby-Doo
and Megatron.
Mm-hmm.
And,
well, the other
and
guy out
Soundwave.
there who was like, it seemed like he was Cobra Commander, wasn't? Like it looked like Cobra Commander.
That was
first
Cobra
draft.
Commander with the hood. Yeah. And he's even telling like, "I'll get you." Yeah, that's
the same van from the Mr. T cartoon. It looked like.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. This also like seemed to me like characters that started to get more and more racist. So you were like, oh, I don't know about that kid. That's a little dodgy. Then you see the samurai guy jumping around like, woof, I've forgotten about the kid entirely. And then samurai guy comes on like, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Of those two, now we're fully on. How big is your van that you have this team? How many people does Chuck Norris need to be such a tough guy to take down not Dr. Claw, back when he was Mr. Claw, before
he went to claw school.
Claw school.
Yeah.
To claw school. That's right. He promised his mother he'd go to law school. And he slurred his words a bit.
Yeah.
She didn't
Oh
know.
my god.
Yeah. She wanted to pay for the claw
school.
What? Yeah. I do love a Saturday morning cartoon. I love cartoons like that. And I love and Pierre, you were talking about how reaction videos are like the thing.
Yeah, there's like a couple of React videos that I watch every week. One was doing all the Doctor Who ones, and another one is doing Buffy right now. And it's like, yeah, it's Wednesday. I gotta watch them. I gotta.
So here's my question to you: are they showing? Like, could you see the episode on the YouTube?
Like in chunks, like they're talking over it, and sometimes it fades in and out, or goes blurry, and then you'll see like it's just it's pretty amazing what they get away with. But the thing is, there's this one woman who I love. It's funny little gal. I don't know what her name is, but that's her channel, and she gets so emotional that you just can't help but like feel for her. It's like I just watched the other day the Vincent Van Gogh episode, and she just completely lost her shit. And it was wonderful.
Oh wow!
And also Blink, she's just freaking out, and it just she's just delightful to have on while I'm working. It's like, yeah, I know.
Oh, that's great.
Me too.
One of the things I'm thinking of doing is just doing just a live like a React video to like training videos.
Yeah.
Just like, here's a 30-minute blockbuster training video. I'm just going to talk over. Could you imagine talking over something cheesy? That's what?
There's so many React videos out there, but it's like I can't get too so swept up into that, or else my algorithm will be nothing but that. So I just have to.
Oh,
yeah. Remind me, I've got a white spot video set aside for you. That person who's did a whole bunch of those videos for white spot. And they are of the era that they of, and
really?
And you could do magic with them.
Yeah, yes. Please send them my way. Oh my gosh! Speaking of white spot, I found out the recipe for triple O sauce because I have a family member who has been through some like medical stuff, and they're like, "You have to put on weight," and I'm like, "Put triple O sauce on everything." It is 2 ingredients because the triple O just kind of meant like extra this, and extra this originally. It wasn't its own thing. Yeah, obviously. Now the other 2, it's egg. It's called egg mayonnaise, but it's just mayonnaise because mayonnaise has egg in it.
Some people do an olive oil.
Yeah, but there is a difference between like mayonnaise and Kewpie mayonnaise, which is just the yolks.
Oh, that's true.
Yes, Kewpie mayonnaise is just the I wonder if they mean that. I'm gonna make my own mayonnaise, and then Strub's hamburger relish, like the red hamburger relish.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
That's it. That is absolutely it. I had some A&W for lunch, and I was like, because like I was really craving like a white spot burger. I really want a white spot burger. I was like, wait a minute. I can go to A&W. I can get a teen burger. I can put some triple O sauce on it. Boom. You got yourself a legendary.
There you go.
Yeah. Now you're making me think that I could get myself some Big Mac sauce. I could get a Whopper Junior and just reinvent the wheel.
Have it your way.
Interesting times. Yeah, I could do it my way.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And you never know who's going to show up if you take something exciting out of the fridge like that. I'll give you an example.
Please.
Here we go.
Try some new Minute Maid orange tangerine. It's got calcium.
Then I'm not drinking it.
Oh, no, it's sweet. You'll like it.
I don't believe you.
Well, then who would you believe?
I don't know, Robert Loggia. Whoa, Robert Loggia.
Billy, your mother's right. New Minute Maid orange tangerine tastes great. And it's got as much calcium as milk.
If you say so, Mr. Loggia.
Yeah.
This is great.
Enjoy your breakfast.
New Minute Maid orange tangerine with calcium.
Yeah.
Right?
That was brilliant. Yeah.
And I do want to point something out. Mom's clearly having an affair with Robert Loggia.
Oh, yeah.
Look at that. Look at that look. Look at that look.
Yes.
There's your new dad, son.
Yeah. Yeah, Robert Loggia made Sis disappear. So the kid knows. Don't mess with Loggia.
Yeah.
By the way, Robert Loggia, good actor, not a good enough actor to be able to pick up an orange juice thing that's like mostly full instead of, hey, I got a thing.
Yeah.
Like, come on, Robert Loggia. Do some object work.
Ah,
Robert
I remember doing a Gentleman Heckler's over the top. We riffed Over the Top, the Stallone arm wrestling movie, and Robert Loggia was in it. And I just kept writing all these gags. Anytime he would speak, he was like, Loggia's going to go sit down now. Loggia wants a sandwich. Loggia's not going to let you see her own kids, Stallone. Because that's the plot. That's the plot.
Loggia's mixing orange juice and tangerine. Pretty wild. Very distinctive flavors.
I want to try that.
I don't think there's any different in flavor, but that's the Loggia way.
That's the Loggia way. You better watch out, Bill Pullman and Patricia Arquette.
Yeah, what do they say you should drink?
They should, because it's,
purple stuff. Sunny D.
Sunny D, you son of a bitch. I'm getting out on the Lost Highway. Oh, it's too easy to talk like that. I don't.
Yeah.
I know, it is fun. And
Loggia it for a while.
Yeah. Loggia, you know what? Maybe he is the fisherman's friend.
Yep. Here's the thing. Like, when you were showing the Chuck Norris thing, it was like,
yeah,
why are they doing this for kids? Like, it was back in the day where it was like, Rambo has a show. The Toxic Avenger has a show. It's like, we don't care.
RoboCop had one.
Starship Troopers had a
Starship Troopers,
yep.
all R-rated movies. RoboCop. Like, all these R-rated movies had shows. And then like, Chuck Norris, like, who's a kid who's going, oh boy, I'd love to see some Chuck Norris. No, he wouldn't even like team up with Scooby-Doo. You wouldn't give shit one.
I had a buddy, and he had some Chuck Norris Karate Commandos figures.
Okay.
Yeah, two. He had two Chuck Norrises, and of course they were the wrong scale, so you couldn't play with like the Star Wars toys, the G.I. Joe toys, and suddenly like Chuck Norris is like, to scale, he'd be like 14 feet tall.
Yeah, he's 1960s G.I. Joe playing with modern G.I. Joe.
Yeah, he was more like Mego sized, I would say.
Would he be I'm going to keep throwing out names. Would he be a $6 million man size, would you say?
Okay, so the $6 million man, the Kenner figure, I think, was pushing 12 inches on that one. So he was more 6 to 8 inches. So he was either, say, like your Marvel Legends series, which is a modern line, or your classic Mego.
Right. How would he stand up to, say, a John Lennon?
I would say he's closer to a Gene Wilder.
Ooh.
Very nice. Okay, I'm going to put away the Iron Man Pez. That doesn't build on the idea.
Oh my gosh!
Now we're crack open some boxes.
Yeah. Now we're just comparing action figures.
Which is another show.
I feel like that's its own show, which we should do sometime.
By the way, it is nice. We both married people that had their own action figures, as in not as in they made their own. No. Although you did make your own, but as in owned their own.
Yeah.
Yes. What is your favorite action figure in your collection, Pia Guerra? Go.
It's not a figure. It's the Mighty Phoenix from G-Force. It's diecast metal Phoenix, and it has the individual compartments with the vehicles in it. So the tail comes out. It's the ship. It's the jet. There's one there's the little rover for Keops's thing, and then there is an actual removable race car with the cap comes off, and it shoots little rockets. And I love this thing so much.
Yeah.
I've since lost one of the doors to the back hanger, but it's beautiful and it's heavy and.
That's amazing. That is, wow.
What is your pride and joy, Eric?
That would be my, okay, there's a couple. One of them is my, Luke in his X-Wing outfit on a 20 back Star Wars card still in the package with an offer on the back to send away for a rocket firing Boba Fett.
Wow.
Yeah, that was one of the things that was like at the Museum of Vancouver, when I showed my stuff there. But right now, I would say in this room, my AT-AT.
Nice.
I love an AT-AT. Let's see if I can't do a little something here. See if I can't get a little magic going. There it is.
Nice. Very nice.
There it is. Right there.
One day I would really like to get one of those Revell model kits of the Millennium Falcon. Because not the ones with that you put the dolls in, because that's kind of cheesy.
Yeah.
The ones you have to build and paint, and I want to do all the distressing and all that fun stuff.
Oh yeah.
One day I'll have to do that.
I am going to put in an argument for the Kenner Millennium Falcon, though. That was my favorite toy growing up.
Yes, it is fun, but the Revel, because I was helping a friend build one of these about 30 years ago. I was like, God, I got to get one for myself these, because I was having so much fun painting the exhaust ports and stuff. I was like, oh yeah. Well, and then he moved, and so I was like, he took the Falcon with him.
Have I told you my Millennium Falcon toy story?
No.
Okay, so one day. There's actually, oh my God, there's two, because don't tell anybody, I've got two. One day, a box arrives out front, and I'm like, Katie, there's a box outside, and it's addressed to you. And she goes, oh, I said, I'm going to bring it in. And then she said the worst thing she could possibly say. Your present arrived early. So now I know it's for me. And I pick up this box, and it's like, sealed box thing. And I pick it up, and I'm like, I move it like that. I'm like, it's plastic, but it's making noise. So it's not new. It's old. It's old plastic. What is in this? You got me a Millennium Falcon. And she was just like, how the hell did you do that? And I just said, I don't know. It's just in me. It's just like, it's a Kenner toy from the 70s. Yeah, no, I know, right? Like there was some sort of memory that this is the weight of a Millennium Falcon toy in a box. And I even I texted her all this. She's like, how did you do this? Who are you? So I got that one. And then, and it's beautiful. And that's what I'm restoring. And then I'm at a toy show, at the PNE, and I'm at one end of we just enter into this warehouse size thing. Right. And, all these vendors and stuff like that. And I'm like, I would just talk with Katie. I'm just like, so Katie, I'm sure there's not going to be any. Wait a minute. She's like, what? I'm like, come with me. It's here. And I walked across the entire thing and around a corner, and there was another Millennium Falcon. Wow. And I looked at it, I said, oh, you've got my ship. Thanks for holding on to it for me. Here's the money for it. And then, I had to go to the bank machine, and Katie stood guard. Like if people were coming by, she's like, spoken for. Walking around, spoken for.
Yeah. And also the ship.
Yeah. Oh, she's dynamite. I like her a lot. But yeah, and I also like you two a lot. And thank you,
it's not a
so
contest,
much
thank you
for just thanks for doing the show. This is so much fun to do.
Time.
I'm having a great time, folks. I hope you're all having a great time out there. I just also want to let you know, folks, that if you are in a position to help the channel grow, you can support it and me at coffee.com/Eric Fell, where you can help me make things like this and eat and pay rent, which is also fun. Speaking of fun, there's a book called Frostbite coming out August 4th. It's by Pia and Ian, and it is going to be great. It's going to be fantastic. You can pre-order it now at Scholastic.
Yes.
Yeah, or any bookstore.
You can pre-order it at any.
Go to your Indigos, go to your locals, go to your Iron Dogs, go to your kids' books. and they will have it for pre-order right now.
Oh, excellent. Folks, shop local bookstores. Local bookstores are wonderful things, as are libraries. Don't forget to take those books out of the library. And you can see Ian Boothby with a little appearance by me October 15th at Little Mountain Gallery at CBC and Me. And 1 week later, you could see us at our special Halloween Spooktacular at the Critical Hit Show at the Rio Theater. And then in November, you could see us at Extra Credit at Little Mountain Gallery. And that's going to be a fun show. We got Barbara Beal, we got Brian Anderson, and I'm working on one more guest. That one's going to be a Saturday show, so it's going to be pretty wild, I think.
Oh, there's one more thing I can plug. Sorry.
Please.
Our mannequin on the moon.
Mannequin on the moon.
You can see on our Patreon or on Instagram. I also do a daily strip called Exorcisters that is reprinting the comic book I did with Giselle Legacy. So if you go to either pixietrickscomics.com, you can look at it there, or just look up Exorcisters. And 5 days a week, you'll get a new page of that. And that's been a lot of fun as well.
Oh, that's great. And I'm going to put your Patreon link in the comments right now for Mannequin on the Moon. And that's a great way to directly support artists. I'm probably going to be starting a Patreon soon as I have enough content to justify asking people for money for access to it.
Sure.
Oh my gosh, you two are so awesome. Thank you so much. And don't forget, so this, folks, is every 2 weeks. And join me Thursday morning at 9 a.m. At Twitch TV, twitch.tv/Eric Fell for a morning chit with Eric Fell. It's a chill hangout. It's a chat. We just talk about whatever. Come in. We'll talk. It'll be nice. Maybe a Millennium Falcon will go by outside, and I'll run outside like a 5-year-old looking for the ice cream truck. And Sparks is in mug form, and it will be in some other live action form sooner than you think. Yeah. All right, folks. Thanks again, and we'll see you in the future. This is where the end credit usually happens. It's not, the button's not happening. This rehearsal's going great.